Goes into the longevity of such a show and bringing it into 5 seasons?
What goes into it?
Yeah.
My son was looking at a picture of me the other day from season 1, and he's like, "You didn't have gray hair then." I'm like, "Yeah."
Before and after?
Exactly, yeah. It was a real before and after shot. You know, I mean, frankly, a lot of people go into it. A lot of different ideas and voices, and people devoting years of their working lives to doing it. I mean, frankly, it's not coal mining, but it is a lot of work. You know, it feels that way. Yeah, and I think also at the same time, people who become deeply invested, as all the actors you see, like in their characters and in the world. You know, so when I talk to them about what we're doing, it's always clear that they've been thinking about it a lot. You know, they've been thinking about who their character is, what they're going to be doing. So it all plays into it.
The theme of identity is just so important in Gotham. What did inspire to make that such a focus on it?
To me, it all springs from the books themselves. I mean, I think the idea of identity and duality is so integral to the Batman myth, both with Bruce being both Batman and Bruce Wayne, to this point we're saying, wait, is he Batman pretending to be Bruce Wayne, or is he Bruce Wayne pretending to be Batman? Whether it's Two-Face, I mean, that issue of that, you know, Jekyll and Hyde duality, I feel like was something that we try to hold true to the center of the show. The idea that you can actually create the person who you're going to become, and the, I guess, decision to tell the growing up story of Bruce Wayne, rather than skipping over that lacuna the way a lot of like traditionally has been done, is you actually see to have somebody make the decisions of who they're going to be when they're growing up, and he's making the decision to go from being a kid to being a superhero.
Is there any chance we see Baby Batgirl?
No comment.
There was all that talk about not being able to officially name the Joker, like not being able to say the Joker. Where does that come from? Why is there such like a hold on?
You know, I think a lot of it is frankly continuity. You know, because of the fact that Batman has to be present at the creation of the Joker, then and Batman doesn't appear in our show to the very, very, very end. To have anybody call the Joker before that, or even for us to say that he is going to be the Joker, I think would disrupt that continuity in a way. And I also feel like we could say there's like certain things that they want to do with the Joker in movies, which they want to protect. But I also believe it's a case where there is the a mystery around who that character actually is, like what his real name is, you know. And I think saying that his name is, or knowing him as well as we might know him and seeing his generation on like in a television show, is maybe not something they want to do, you know, because it might hurt the mystery.
So does that Killing Joke version where he fell in, you know, became the Joker, whatever, is that not fully accurate? I know there's been all kinds of depictions.
I'm sorry, say that again?
So the Killing Joke, you know, when you see the Joker.
You mean in the books or in our show? I'm sorry.
And in the animated film and the book as well, you know, he falls into this thing and then becomes. But the Batman isn't.
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about last year when we did a Killing Joke episode where Jeremiah shoots Selena. Sorry, there's so many versions of it. But we will be doing something very similar to what Alan Moore was doing. The other element of Killing Joke that we did not do. You're going to see elements of that this year as well. So.
This season is short. It's the shortest one so far, I think. Did you struggle with that, or was it relatively easy to wrap everything up in less time?
We definitely struggled with it. You know, there's that old saying of somebody, I forget who it was, that was writing to a friend and said, apologies for the long letter, I didn't have time to write a short letter. And I think that's actually really true. To actually take a lot of material and condense it down is more difficult than just kind of like telling the whole thing with a lot of like room to breathe. So it was hard to get in everything that we wanted to get in that 10 episodes. So it was really stepping back for all the characters and knowing the beats we wanted to hit for all of them and saying, well, these are what we absolutely need, and then building the story around that. But that took some time.
And do you wrap everything up, or are there a lot of things that you're just leaving to the imagination of the viewer?
There are some things we're leaving to the imagination. Yeah.
Talk a little bit about the process, about how you choose what you're going to pull from the comics.
It's not really a process. It's more like there's like a bunch of stuff that we have always wanted to do, you know, that we always thought would be cool. Like, I always wanted to do Zero Year, or a version of that, you know, or Year Zero. Sorry. I'd always wanted to do No Man's Land. So like we had sort of like everybody kind of had like a laundry list of just like wish lists of moments we wanted. We always wanted to do a version of the Killing Joke, you know. And so it's really just more like our greatest hits stuff we wanted to try to like, fit into the show. There wasn't really anything scientific about it.
How was it working with you brought youths Selena Kyle and David Mazusa? How was it working with those two youths on the set? Like for something that was dark and is still dark.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah?
No, it was. Sometimes you worry a little bit about like having them like you know bludgeon somebody or kill people, but it turns naturals at it. Yeah, no problem.
Is there anything from the comics that you wish you had been able to do but just didn't have the time or space to fit it in?
That's a really good question. Is there anything that we did not do? I don't think so. I don't think there's anything I don't think we left any stones really unturned. Yeah.